What's up, Snake Nation? It's Strike. And we got some Unleashed spoilers today. Of course, everyone's probably already seen the Baron. This was the first one we kind of got a little earlier. Um, and I'll read everything on the card if anybody's listening. That way, you don't have to watch the video. So Baron Nashor is a purple unit, costs 10 energy and 3 power. He has 12 might. As you play me, add the Baron Pit battlefield token to the board if it's not there already. If you do, I enter there. It has units can move here from anywhere. So pretty interesting having an extra battlefield there. We'll have to see how that works with like the conquering all battlefields to win strategy or rule rather. He also has the text, I can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities. So we've seen this once already on Rune Runner coming from Spearforge, which is very scary text to have on a card, especially one this big. And lastly, other friendly units have +2 might, so this is also just a board-wide Anthem effect for you. A big unit Anthem effect creates an additional battlefield, and he has hexproof. So very interesting there. A lot of people have been buying out Aurora, speculating on this being the new Aurora target. I'm not 100% sold on that, but anyways, we're gonna move on here. I got some Twitter tabs open with everything I've been able to see so far. There might be some more spoilers besides this, but I also saw Riftbound just launched their official spoiler video thing, so we're gonna take a look at that too. All right, first up we got the PYKE Legend, and this is translated, so it might not be one-to-one. But we got red purple here. For the Blood Harbor Ripper, his ability is you can pay 1 energy and exhaust him. You may return a friendly unit from a battlefield to hand. Create a gold token. So we've already seen like a similar effect on the Spiritforge battlefield Emperor's Dies. I'll put that up on the screen. But it says something like when you conquer, you can pay 1 to return a unit to your hand. So we got that on a legend ability now. So pretty interesting. One thing to note, it does have to be on a battlefield. So you'll have to like go in and conquer or like have an open battlefield to be able to take advantage of this. Off the top of my head, the only thing I can really like think of just out of the gate is something like Fizz or Bryn here, or like the purple or red like on play effects that kind of matter. Yeah, not sure. Let me know if there's any combos you guys can think of. Moving on, we have 2 cards here. First one is a purple gear. It is the Cursed Sarcophagus. It costs 4 energy and 1 purple power. It says, when you play me, banish all units in your trash. And you can exhaust it, play a unit banished by this card. All costs must be paid. So this is interesting. One of the like, if we assume that there's no ban list and Miracle just runs rampant, I feel like this is like actually a good card for a Miracle. As weird as that is to say, because like if they just print like Graveyard Hate or Trash Hate or whatever, like they just have this to insulate themselves and protect all their units anyway. And another thing is it's banish all units. So all their spells and everything get to stick around, so you can still do recycle the Vi shenanigans. Alright, we got one other gear here as well. This is another purple gear for 1 energy. When you play me, choose a type. Example being Misfortune, Demacia, or Poro. So this is going to be like the little tags you see on the units, like Azir being a bird, etc. Exhaust me, choose a unit with chosen type to give -2 might this turn. Interesting. It's like Orb of Regret in purple, but it's archetypal locked. So you get the extra bonus might. Not sure how good this card will be. Moving on, we have a yellow unit here. Hunting Snow Wolf. This is going to be 4 energy and a power for 6 might units. It has ambush. This is a new keyword. You can choose to play me as a reaction card on the battlefield where your units are present. So this is kind of like Ringar or Shin without the condition of needing to like attack. You can just play it to a battlefield if you have something there. As an additional cost to play me, you must kill a bird, cat, dog, or Poro unit. So again, I mean, it kind of looks like they're trying to expand on this archetypal, like tribals type of stuff. We already saw like the evergreen breakout of that in Spirit Forge with the mech stuff. So we're getting more archetypal synergistic things, it looks like. Last line of text here says you may play me at the battlefield even if you have no other unit on those battlefields. So you can play it at the battlefield even if you have no other unit. I assume this is kind of just like reminder text ish. Um, saying like if you kill the unit where you play it, like it's fine to still play him there. Moving on, we have this blue guy. This is the blue buff from the jungle, blue sentinel. He's going to cost 4 energy, 1 power for 4 might units. And this doesn't have the text on it. Is it this? Yeah, here we go. Shield 2. Hold abilities while I am holding here trigger an additional time. When I hold at the start of your next main phase, gain 1 power. So first thing that comes to mind with this guy is goes an Ari. So he's gonna create a power on your turn, and then if you have something such as green Ari there as well, she will trigger an additional time. So you'll gain 1 hold point. You'll gain 1 point from Ari's hold effect, and then you'll gain a 3rd point from it triggering an additional time due to this guy. So it's pretty cool. Moving on, we have a new Master Yi legend. So this is going to be the same as the first one, being green and orange, but with a new effect. His ability is at level 6, your units gain +1 might, and at level 11, your units will enter ready. So this is gonna go along with, I guess, like a token theme. So kind of more along the lines of being green and magic, like green white Selesnya tokens, something along those lines. So it's going to buff all your tokens up and make them enter ready. This leveling thing's a new mechanic with experience. We'll see that a little bit later. Not quite sure yet how we're going to accumulate that. Moving on, we have a KHAZIX legend. This is KHAZIX Void Reaver, orange and purple legend. When you win combat, gain 1 experience. He also has spend 1 experience and tap, buff a unit, or exhaust, I'm sorry, can't say tap. Spend 2 experience and exhaust. Move an exhausted friendly unit from a battlefield to its base. So kind of a builder spinner thing. I'm not like super excited for his spenders, like buff a unit. So he's just got like Lee Sin, but with extra steps, and then he's got move an exhausted unit. So kind of like Irelia, Yasuo, the Siren, stuff like that. But it costs 2 experience, and we don't know how experience is going to be, like how important it's going to be to hold on to. So maybe spending it's not going to be all that great. Moving on, this is the KHAZIX champion, the orange one. We got KHAZIX Evolutionary or Evolutionary Hunter, one of those two. 5 energy, 1 power, 5 might unit. He has Hunt, which is new keyword. When you conquer or hold, you gain an experience. He also has when I attack, you may spend 3 experience. Again, the builder spender of experience seems to be themed on this guy. So you may spend 3. If you do, deal damage to a chosen enemy unit here equal to my might. So for baseline, you attack, and you spend 3 and deal 5. And then he's also swinging for an additional 5. And then you conquer, his hunt effect will trigger, and you'll gain 1 of those back. And then you'll also gain 1 back for winning combat due to the legend. So you'll spend 3, you'll get 2 back. Pretty cool. Moving on. This is LILLIA. She's a green champion unit, LILLIA Dream Guardian. 5 energy, no power cost, just 5 energy for a 4 might unit. Whenever you play a token, I gain +1 might. Friendly tokens gain tank. So again, this is playing into green's going to be getting some token support, kind of a go wide this format. And also here is the alt art for the LILLIA for anybody who's watching. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. And lastly here, this isn't like a spoiler for Unleashed, but I wanted to highlight this because I saw it on Twitter perusing. This is like an artist guy, I suppose. My work has been selected as an outstanding piece. It will be displayed on March 22nd at the venue of Shinzen's Rune Battlefield League of Legends dual card at the National Open. So, I mean, this just looks sick. Just some cool custom art here from, I guess, an IRELIA fan. And lastly, on the docket, we have this video just came out like 20 minutes ago or something. Yeah, 40 minutes now as of going through and recording all this. But let's go through this. Let's check out what kind of cards we have here. All right, first up we have the LILLIA Legend. So she's going to be green and blue. 4 energy and exhaust. Play a 3 might ready sprite unit token with temporary. So she's sprite call on a stick. But it costs 4 instead of 3. Let's see. Okay, this ability costs 1 less for each friendly unit with temporary. Interesting. So I guess she's going to be spamming temporary tokens and not necessarily ones that stick around. Okay, this is the KHAZIX legend. We already saw that. Here's Diana. Okay. Blue, purple, Diana scoring a moon. Reaction, exhaust. Add 1 energy. Spend this energy only during showdowns. Very interesting. So kind of like the Darius legend, but this will be showdowns and with no activation requirement as opposed to Legion. We got what's his name? Ivern. I kept wanting to say Orn for some reason. Ivern green yellow for the Green Father. When you conquer or hold, you may exhaust me to replace that battlefield with a brush battlefield token. Okay. This in parentheses here, bird, cat, dog, poro, and Ivern units have +1 in the brush. It can be swapped back when scored. Okay, interesting. So I guess you're trying to play like an archetypal type of deck, and then you want to conquer, turn it into a bush, and you kind of make it like a one-sided Trifarian war camp for yourself. I guess is the idea here. I don't know. That's really cool. What else we got? Let's go back to. Is there anything we can see here? Let's see. Diana. There's the Diana champion. Can't quite make out anything though. There's some sort of new token here. Orange KHAZIX, we've already seen that. Green LILLIA, we've already seen that. Can't quite make out anything. I'll have to see if we get a better angle where they might show it. So here's new orange unit, 3 energy for crowd favorite, has 3 might. He has hunt. Again, reminder, that's conquer or hold, gain an experience. This guy also has spin 2 experience, buff me. So KHAZIX legend effect, but worse. Here we go. We got a green unit, 2 energy, 1 might for mutated Mauser. I guess let's go back to the crowd favorite. Okay, only type he has is Noxus. Just want to make sure we're getting more into the archetype stuff, so I want to make sure I say the tags. All right, so mutated Mauser, 2 energy, 1 might is Bilgewater Cat. It has shield 2 and it has tank. Okay, here we got Vile Maw. So the other big bad besides Baron. I'm guessing we'll probably see like Void Grubs or Dragon or something as well. This is a unit Shadow Isle Spider. It is green, so 8 energy, 2 power for 8 might. Has ambush, so it's able to be played at a battlefield at reaction. Says enemy units here with less might than me don't deal combat damage. When I hold, draw 1. Very interesting. So being able to shut off combat damage on... Oh, that's so gross, because you can't just go wide and swing into it. How do you deal with this unit outside of like combat tricks? That's pretty gross. Especially when you start like buffing them and giving them equipment and all that good stuff. Or Master Yi Legend, so he holds for 10. That's pretty disgusting. See if I can get a better view on anything here. Let's see, that's the cat. Still can't quite make out anything. I'm just gonna stop trying unless they give like a really close up. That was sneaky there. They had the close up, but they kind of blurred some of the stuff. What else we got? Okay, once again, there's Baron. Okay, we got a new blue gear here. 2 energy for Frigid Jewel. When you draw your second card each turn, give a friendly unit +2 for the turn. Pretty cool there. Here's a new spell. 2 energy reaction spell. Downstage Dramatics. Also has repeat. And draw a card. So just pay 2, draw 1, pay 4, draw 2, and its reaction. This is pretty good for blue. I think we needed some more options for card draw. Another thing too, this might be alluding to like Called Shot Ban low key, trying to print like more Ezreal cards. I just had to throw that out there real quick. All right, purple spell for 2 energy. This is Abandon, has reaction. Counter a spell. Bro, why is purple getting more counter spells? Why is it purple and green? Okay, counter a spell. Return it to its owner's hand instead of putting it in their trash. So we got I forget what it's called in Magic, but we got like Venser, the Venser ability. Then it also has another new keyword here, predict. Look at the top card of your main deck and you may recycle it. So it's just vision? Yeah, this is just vision. I don't know why we have a new keyword. Maybe that's telling that they're gonna interact with predict. Okay, we actually have Lillia's signature spell here, so of course she's green and blue, which means the power cost is split between green and blue. 2 energy, 2 power. Lilting Lullaby, this has reaction. Counter a spell, its controller can't play spells this turn. Holy dude. There's so much counter now. What the hell? So we've got counters in green, we've got counters in purple, we've got the yellow orange Fiora Sig, and we've got the green blue Lillia Sig. They are printing counter spells like it's nothing. Which I mean, I'm a blue white control player, so I mean, hell yeah, dude. Okay, we got an Ivern Champion here, the yellow one. 6 energy, no power cost. For 6 might, it is Champion Ivern Ionia as the tags. As you play me, choose Bird, Cat, Dog, Poro. I gain that tag, playing more into the archetype. When I conquer or hold, score 1 point if your units have all of the following tags among them: Bird, Cat, Dog, and Poro. Okay, so if you have Bird, Cat, Dog, and Poro, if you have all 4, just anywhere on your units, and he takes 1 tag when you play him, So if you have this guy plus 3 other units anywhere on the battlefield with the remaining tags, you get an additional point on Conquer or Hold. Pretty cool. All right, what else we got? Okay, just showing the Ivern again. I'm gonna see if there's maybe a close-up on this battlefield here. Is that it? Maybe I should unmute it and hear what they're saying. Okay, we got the Green Yi champion. Holy heck, this guy is a chonker. 12 energy, 3 green power, 12 might, champion master Yi Ionia. So this guy has just level effects. Level 3, I cost 2 and a power less, so he'll be 10 and 2 power. Okay, they're all reductions. Level 6, 4 power less. Level 11, I cost 6 power less. So he'll just be a 6 energy, no power, 12 might unit. And then at level 16, I can't be chosen by spells and abilities. Enemy spells and abilities. So you can still like discipline him and stuff. Pretty cool. Alright, orange unit here, 2 energy, 2 might, Jimhan Hunter, Mount Targon Yordle has Hunt, and it's level 6, I have +1 might. Oh, huge, Nidalee. This is perfect for the jungle set. Orange unit, 3 energy, 1 power, 4 might, Nidalee cat form, has the tags Ixtal and Cat, has Ambush, so you can play it as reaction. When I win combat, draw 1. This kind of feels to me like Kiana on steroids. Hey, here's our new blue-yellow unit. Or I mean, not unit. Champion, Legend. I'll get it right one of these days. Legend, LeBlanc, Deceiver. When you conquer or hold, you may discard 1 and exhaust me to play a ready reflection unit token there. It becomes a copy of another unit there and give it temporary. Okay, so you go in, take a battlefield, you can pitch 1 and make a token that copies something else and it gets temporary. Okay. Interesting. Alright, we also got the 6 spell for 3 energy and 2 of either power of her color. Choose a unit, play a ready reflection unit token to your base. It becomes a copy of that unit, give it temporary. Okay, so I think this is gonna be pretty cool with like on-play effects. Okay, and I think that's all we're gonna get available May 8th. Pre-Rift is gonna be on April 27th. Looks like there's a little bonus section at the end here. Okay, so nothing special there. All right, so we got all kinds of juicy spoilers. Let me know what you guys are excited for, any combos you guys are cooking up. And yeah, um, super stoked for this set. Like and comment and subscribe. Love you guys. See you in the next one.